Hi, today I'm reviewing the Neogen Dermalogy Real Cica Pad. And really quick, I just want to say I purchase all these products with my own money, so if you want to help keep the channel independent, check out my products at the Amazon link below. So, the Neogen Dermalogy brand I really like, actually. They've got some interesting products and some really great ones. And their Cica line, I picked up their Real Cica Pads. They also have a micellar cleansing oil, and they also have a cleansing foam that kind of are fit around this theme, all packaged in kind of the bright pink, which is kind of fun. So anyway, I've got a lot of products from the line, so I thought I would pick this up, and I've actually been using it now for about 2 months, and I'm going to let you guys know my thoughts on it based on my Sarah score scale. So my first criteria is packaging, and obviously when you have a product like this where it's like individual wipes, it's not the easiest to package, and jar packaging is usually the most affordable way. It would be very expensive to individually package each wipe. So would be packaged anything better, because once you open it, you do expose all of the little cleansing pads to light and air a little bit, which is why I always try and leave these things on, because it does provide a little bit of a buffer. So I know I've reviewed a lot of different things in jars, and it always looks like maybe I never used it since this thing's on them, but I leave those on just to protect it as much as I can. So anyway, so the packaging is okay. If you travel, probably not the most travel-friendly product, although you can throw a few in a Ziploc bag and go. So the packaging is okay. Probably not feasible to package it any other way, really. So my second criteria is alcohol, and this does not contain any denatured alcohols. So that is a good thing. Denatured alcohols are the drying alcohols, isopropyl alcohol, SD alcohol, things like that. It does not contain any of the bad drying alcohols. My third criteria is fragrance, and this does have one ingredient for fragrance, which is bergamot citrus oil. And the nice thing is it's the second to the last ingredient, so it's not very much of a concern as opposed to if it were at the very top of the ingredient list. It does have a very light citrus scent to it, but it dissipates almost immediately. So it's also a little bit of an issue if you have very, very sensitive skin, but not as big of a concern since it's in a very small amount. My fourth criteria is the manufacturing location, and this is made in Korea, so no issues with that. My fifth criteria is ease of use, and what you're going to want to do with these is I recommend using them in the evening, but just pick once a day because it does have some good exfoliation ingredients in there. You're going to want to use it once a day, probably not twice a day. Your skin's going to probably get a little too sensitive for that. But I like to do it at the end of the day, so I'll wash my face, and then the next step I do is to grab one of these pads immediately after washing your skin. And the pads are little round shape, but they have a little bit of texture to them almost. Not a ton, but a little bit. And then after cleansing, just massage this over your face. And if your neck isn't super sensitive, massage it over there. And then massage it for, I usually do it about a minute. And as you're doing that, it will help kind of slough off any dead skin cells. And it does have some good exfoliation acids in there. So it'll also help remove surface level flaky, dry skin. And the other thing is, after you're done using this, pat in the remaining water or moisture into your skin. You don't want to rinse this off because those good acids will soak in over the rest of the night or daytime, depending on when you use it. So you don't want to rinse it off. I know a lot of people, when they first use this, they don't realize that you're supposed to let it dry on your skin. So definitely let it soak in. It takes about a minute or two. And then go on with your skincare routine. If you use serums or moisturizers, you can go ahead and use those after this fully absorbs. So the nice thing is each of these little pads does have quite a bit of product on them. So you're not kind of getting, ripped off at all, because each one contains a lot of the product. So no issues with that. So it's very easy to use once you get used to it and use it a couple times. But the nice thing is it will exfoliate your skin physically and chemically. So kind of getting a 2-for-1 with that. So, and then each of these have a little bit of texture. I think both sides are the same. I don't think it matters. So, so very easy to use. Just make sure you don't rinse it off. And it's finally starting to soak in into my hand. So, so on to my 6th criteria, which is antioxidants. It's got a lot of good antioxidants, and when they say the Real Cica Pad, they've got a lot of the cica plant ingredients. They've got the centella asiatica extract. They've got the asiaticoside, which is a part of the centella asiata plant. They also have maceode, which is also a different part of the cica plant. So they've got 3 different parts of that plant in this product. So they've really loaded up with that. Also has some hyaluronic acid, ceramide, and then lactobionic acid. So they've got a few different exfoliants in there as well. So, and they've really loaded up with the centella asiata. So it's nice to see a product named after something, and they've actually really included a lot of it, because what was the last one I was looking at? Anyway, it was a product that was named after something, and it was like the second to the last ingredient. And it's like, that's kind of just a marketing scam, I think, to name something after something and really not include much of it. Although I have seen products named after something that don't include any of it. So, but they really went after it. So that's good to see. My 7th criteria is animal testing. And from what I read, the Korean brands are hard to find on a lot of Leaping Bunny or Cruelty Free Kitty, or but from everything I read, they're cruelty free, but I didn't look to see if they sold in China. So if they sell in China, they're probably not. But I'm interested what you guys, if you have any info on it, leave a comment. So the K-beauty brands are hard to find out, and most of them aren't. I think most of them don't test, but most of them sell in China, which is the issue. So anyway, my 8th criteria is performance, and this really does do a nice job soothing dry, irritated skin or inflamed skin. It also does a nice job of removing dead skin cells gently without kind of overdoing it or irritating the skin or leaving the skin feeling dry or flaky. And it also, after using it, leaves your skin feeling soft and also hydrated. So it's nice. It's almost like a toner, essence, exfoliant, and serum in one, kind of. If you really wanted to shorten up your routine, you could probably use it like that. So performs very well. Really like it. My 9th criteria is the price, and this is the full size, which is 90 of those cotton rounds, and it sells for about $20. So with my bad math, I calculated to be almost $7 a month on average. So just under $7 a month. So that's a good deal, because it's kind of is 3 or 4 products in one. And then my 10th criteria, which is the it factor, and I really liked this product overall. I liked everything about it. The only thing I wasn't big on was the packaging, but overall this has a lot of good things going for it. Good exfoliants, some good beneficial ingredients, and for the most part, good on not a lot of fragrance and not a lot of denatured alcohols. So I gave it the it factor as well. Anyway, so overall this got an 8 out of 10, which is pretty good. There's a couple things I would change, but I don't know how I would make it better, but I can complain about it. But until I actually figure out a way to make it better, I don't know. I don't know how you do that. So anyway, so I've got more of the Neogen Cica line coming up soon, so stay tuned for that. And I'm interested if you guys have had a chance to try this or anything else from the Neogen brand or the Neogen Cica line. So definitely leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys. And check out nobsbeauty.com and the Amazon link below. Thank you so much, guys.